Hello world, it's your boy Taylor, and this is my main man. What? No, man, no, hold up, bro. I gotta give him a proper intro, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the blue corner, I got my main man, my ride or die, my drop. I lost it, but it's my co-host,
Steve.
There you go, my guy. There you go. Listen, we've got some special stuff for you today. We're gonna get into something pretty exciting. My man Steve put me on game, and listen, I was a little reluctant at first.
Very.
I was pretty reluctant at first, but I'm loving it now. You want to tell us about it a little bit?
So today's episode of Lethal Circuit, we will be reviewing and taking a look at Samsung Display's newest monitor with the newest tech out there, the G8 OLED Odyssey G8. It's an ultra-wide monitor. I've been waiting for this monitor for well over a year.
Pushing that day.
It's actually been out. Alienware, Samsung makes the display for Alienware, and that's been out for about 8 months now. And so they finally are now pushing out their own version of their own display. So we're gonna look at that. We're gonna go into Taylor's.
We're going into the lion's den, the cockpit. We're going into the secret lab, the secret layer, the back cave. What do you call yours?
The command center.
The command center. We're going into our computer room where I play on video games, basically. Yes. Yeah. So we're gonna go on a field trip. We're gonna take you over there. Everything's set up, hooked up, looking pretty. And we're gonna take a look at the monitor. And Steve, I almost caught myself. I caught myself though.
I don't know why it's so hard.
I caught myself because for 8 years, Steve, we worked together, and I called you by your last name. That's a little hard habit to break. So anyway, look, we're gonna go over there. We'll see you guys over there. Sit tight, and let's just take you over with us. What's up, y'all, and welcome to the Lion's Den. Yeah?
Lion's Den,
Yeah, the cockpit, where we do everything. Basically, what's going on in here is all of the stuff that we reviewed, that we've gone over for you guys, that we decided was good enough to keep and add to not just my setup, but his setup too at his place. We've got 2 different setups where we stream, and you guys can catch us on Twitch. You can catch us live streaming on YouTube, the 2 of us, all that stuff for you guys. We put it all here. And so you're gonna see our setup build the more reviews that we do for you guys. And Kristen actually got us onto this awesome monitor. You wanna take us there?
I will take you there.
Beautiful.
Thanks, Taylor.
Yeah.
We are taking a look at Samsung's newest display tech, the G8 OLED monitor. It's basically if the LG technology and the quantum dot or the QLED technology had a monitor child, this is what you got. So I've been waiting for this monitor to come out for over a year now because it's the cat's pajamas. Okay, and what I mean by that.
The cat's pajamas.
So we'll just start with some specs of the monitor itself. It's a 3440 by 1440 ultra wide monitor. So if you're into the wide monitor gaming, then this is the space you want to be in. It's got a refresh rate of 175 Hertz. So what that means is 175 times a second you're getting a new frame. It has a lightning fast response time of 0.03 milliseconds. So that's unbeatable. It's ridiculous. Okay, so the screen has a 0.03 second response time and then a 0.2 millisecond gray to gray response time. And that's the pixel switching from all the way off to back on with the color. So the great thing about the G8 OLED technology, opposed to just the OLED technology, is that it has an extra layer to bring out the brights. So the downside of an OLED screen is it doesn't get really bright enough. So you would never advise somebody to use an OLED panel inside a well-lit room. It just wouldn't show. So now we've got the G8 OLED technology from Samsung, and we are able to put in an extra layer of blue into the panel, and it brings out more of the color. It is HDR10 certified, which is Samsung HDR technology. It also has.
There's so much here, guys.
There's so much here. There's so much here. We'll have to do some big editing with this one.
Yeah, that's okay. Just keep on.
Taylor's monitor before this was the Samsung G7 and that comes with a 1000 R curve, which is the curve of the eye. So this monitor is a 1800 curve, so it's a little less of a curve, and I think it's a perfect amount. You know, it's not really overpowering, so I dig it. Also, Taylor does too.
I actually do. It took me a minute. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Like when I first got it, because with this one, it's big and everything. I like the height. I like the height of it. But with this guy, it's kind of narrow. So getting used to that was kind of weird for me. And not only was that weird for me, but it also changed all of my game optimization, like all the settings to my games. So like having to fit the screen was weird, and even some of the wallpapers fitting the screen was weird. So it took some time to get used to, but now that I'm on it, I love it, baby.
So the brightness goes up to 1000 nits, peak brightness, and then it's a standard 400 nits. The contrast ratio, it's almost what they call an infinite contrast ratio because it's 1,000,000 to 1. So what that's basically saying is the contrast between all the way black to all the way colored. So the cool thing about the QD OLED tech is you get the inky blacks. So whereas if you have a standard LCD panel, LED panel, always lit, and so you would have to have, you know, the black being displayed. With this panel, if it's a black being displayed, the pixel itself is completely off. So that's how you're able to get that huge contrast. And we'll show you guys a good example of HD content right now. Taylor's playing a game right here, super smooth. It looks great. He has HD enabled on his PC. So, what do you say, Taylor?
Oh, I love it. I mean, first of all, let's be honest. Hogwarts Legacy, beautiful game to begin with, and then you throw this monitor on top of it. I mean, it's the architecture is awesome. I mean, on both ends, you know, on both the gaming end and also the screen end. It just makes it that much better. It's pretty. It's awesome.
And
Look at my man, bro. Kill.
Well, you guys see how thin this monitor is. It's probably maybe a 1/4 inch thin. And then it's got the Aura lights on the back, so you can customize the light if you want, or you can turn it off. So you can set the mood or the ambiance, whatever you want to do.
This cutscene. This cutscene. Hold on, look at this cutscene. Oh damn, it's a big old boss. And I ain't got no life. Like, bitch. Go ahead. Sorry, babe.
So when Taylor's done here getting destroyed in this game, we can go to the HDR video.
You want to go back to the HDR video?
I think we should go to the HDR video.
All right. Hey, look. First of all, look at my guy. Look at my character. You know he's about to die. He's a gangster.
Don't you have a hat like that?
Yeah, I do. I usually wear it when I play. You know. You're a jerk.
So we'll go into the HDR content real quick, just to give you guys a glimpse as to how good the colors look on this thing. And I will say that this is the same panel that Alienware uses for their QD OLED monitor. Samsung actually makes that display. So it's the same specs. The main difference between this monitor and the Alienware monitor is that this one comes with Samsung's user interface that you would find on a Samsung TV. So you can watch YouTube from the TV itself. It comes a little with Xbox on it. You know, so anything like if you have a Samsung at home and there's apps, all the stuff that you use on a TV, it's the same thing here on this. But it's not just for a PC display. Remote.
Oh, you hit the Netflix. So like
you hit the Netflix.
No, you hit the
I didn't hit the Netflix. So he's got Netflix loaded on it, so he can consume all this content right here. He doesn't even go outside and do whatever else he does. It's just this is it.
Also Alexa, Disney Plus, and all this is already preloaded on me. I just haven't loaded it up because I don't watch it on my phone.
Works just like a Samsung television. And also, in my opinion, this is a lot cleaner than the Alienware. It's just the Alienware sticker. It has a different stand, kind of a bulkier stand. The stand that this one comes with is very minimalistic. It just goes straight down and straight out. Not really bulky at all, which is kind of surprising because the stand that his G7 came with is like this gigantic V. So it is VESA mount compatible, which obviously you can see right here, he has it mounted up. So there's your HDR content right there. That looks amazing. Yeah. So if you're in the market for a new monitor and you know, you've got a couple bucks to spend. Oh, touching on that, this monitor retails right now for $14.99, which is a couple $100 more than the Alienware monitor. I would say it's worth it because you can just do more with this monitor. And the one thing that you can also do with this one over the Alienware is you can update it over the internet. You can't do that with Alienware. You have to do it via USB.
I will also say, like, since this, I mean, listen, this is a pretty penny in terms of getting a monitor. If you're doing your setup and you're trying to go all out, this is definitely, I would say, it doesn't really get much better than this in terms of the technology that's out there for high definition. This monitor too, this is what I started with. This was an awesome monitor. This was great. What was it, a couple $100?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a couple $100. Great monitor that I started off with. But when I wanted to up, and then I had a Dell like flat one that wasn't even curved. But when it was time to up the ante, especially like, you know, if I'm on this thing for 5 or 10 hours at a time, you know, then this was definitely worth it. So once again, we know it's expensive, but that's going to be on you and what you're willing to spend, what you can spend, what you can't spend. There's nothing wrong with this, you know, $200 monitor, but you do get what you pay for.
One more thing to point out. I don't know if you guys can see this in the video, but most LED LCD panels have like a matte finish on top of them. The G8 OLED panel has a semi-gloss. So as good as it is, I wouldn't recommend propping this up, like say in front of a window or somewhere where you can have a lot of reflections. It's not bad, it's still doable, but it doesn't block out reflections as much as the matte finish.
It does. You see a significant change in your gaming, in what you're looking at. So aesthetically pleasing, beautiful. Also, I mean, it's super quick. Like you said, the frame rates are high. There's very little lag, no glitching. I mean, if there is any, it's going to be in this thing. It's going to be in your computer, not your monitor. But geez, that looks good.
It's great. Also, it comes with AMD FreeSync Premium Pro. So what that is, that will basically sync up, the monitor will sync up to your computer, and it'll get rid of screen tearing. So it will refresh as fast as your computer will refresh. So that's a big plus too. And that's it.
That's it. Sweet. That's this game, dude.
You should give us the outro.
Oh yeah. You guys need more looks at what's going on in this room and what we got going on and building our set out. And we're going to help you too. If you're trying to build a set, leave some comments down below. If you're trying to, you know, get your setup going, what worked for us, what didn't work for us. We got a lot of stuff in here that we still haven't gone over yet, that haven't released yet, but we've got some reviews for you. So we're going to give that to you too. But in the meantime, hey, I had a good time. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
It was beautiful. I'm going to go back here.
I hope you guys had a good time.
I hope you guys had a good time. I'm going to get back to my Hogwarts. And in the meantime, you guys have a great night.
If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the description below. We'll get to them. And if you guys want to see anything else reviewed, let us know. We'll get to that. This is what we do. If you like the content, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe. And if you want to be notified when we have more videos coming out, which we have a ton coming out, hit the bell notification and we'll be notified. And that is it. So thanks for joining us. Hope you guys learned something and found something useful. We'll see you in the next episode of Lead the Search.
You guys are awesome. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.